Hi, I wanted to talk to you about electability because I keep hearing that Ron Paul doesn't have any, and that's really sad because I would like to see him be the next president of the United States. So let's talk about electability. It's this magic quality, apparently, that the other three GOP candidates have and Ron Paul lacks. And maybe we'll find something that, Ron Paul can use. Maybe he can learn something from the other ones. Like this guy. How about this guy? We have been presented from the very beginning with Mitt Romney, and whether we like him or not, we continue to be presented with this man. He was a Senate candidate in 1994. He lost to Ted Kennedy, and then he ran for governor of Massachusetts in 2002, and then he did not seek re-election in 2006. So there you go. He was elected one time, and I guess that's enough to make him electable. So one time he was elected to governor, but he has nice hair, so I think that's that's what they really mean when they are talking about electable, which must explain this guy, because here's somebody who's been doing quite well in polls lately. Rick Santorum. So he was elected. He actually served in the House of Reps from 91 until 1995, and then he was elected to the Senate, and he served from 1995 until he lost his bid for re-election in 2006 by 18%. Ooh, got his butt kicked. Yep. And yeah, he's a viable candidate, this guy. A viable candidate. According to the media, we can choose him. You can choose him. You can choose him. You can choose Romney. You cannot choose Ron Paul, though. Keep that in mind. No choosing Ron Paul. Gingrich, fine, but don't choose Ron Paul. So let's look at that guy. How about Newt Gingrich? He was elected. He was in the House of Reps again, also the House from 1979 until 1999, and then he resigned amid a bunch of scandals, and then he made himself some good money over at Freddie Mac. He got, it was $1.6 million from Freddie Mac. It was a nice little setup he had for himself. Love our crony capitalism system. So there's that guy. And then how about this guy, Ron Paul? So he was elected 12 times, most recently elected in 2010 with 76% of the vote, and I think that's nothing to be ashamed of. He's done quite well, but he's not electable. He lacks that quality, and I'm not sure what that means, but he just doesn't have it. It's really sad, but I think what it means, here's what electable really means. Electable means that you will bail out Wall Street and you will promote more war, because that's what we get from both sides of the aisle. I can't remember what the name of the guy was. Some journalist who said, we really just have one party in this country, half of which is called Republican and the other half is called Democrat. So if you want the other party, that would be Ron Paul. And that would also be this guy. And here's the proof. I have proof that electable is a sham. It's a lie perpetrated by the media. This guy, Gary Johnson, okay? He was governor of New Mexico from 1995 until 2003. He was elected his first term 50-40 in a state that was 2-1 registered Democrat. So there's an impressive feat. You want to talk about electable? This guy pulled off an impressive feat, and he was also elected to a second term. They have term limits, so this was the last term he was able to run for, but he was elected to a second term, 55-45. Also did quite well. Now this guy, executive level experience, he probably has the best record of anybody, and he declared early on that he was running for the Republican endorsement for president, and yet he was not allowed to participate on the national stage. He was left out of debates, and he was considered a Not a top tier guy. Whereas a guy like Rick Santorum, who lost his last statewide race by 18%, well, he's clearly top tier, right? Because he supports bailouts and war, and that is all acceptable to our masters. So please don't buy it. Don't repeat that stupid line. Don't be a shill for Goldman Sachs, which is, you know, the #1 contributor for Romney and Obama. It's so weird. If they're on different teams, why are they contributing to both guys? It's almost like they're not on different teams. So don't buy the manipulation. Don't allow it to be foisted on you. Choose the anti-establishment guy. Choose Ron Paul. Thank you.